In today's video, I will walk you through 5 simple steps to begin your journey as a past life regression therapist. Each step will help you grow into a more compassionate and skilled practitioner. Have you ever felt drawn to help others discover the mysteries of their past lives? With these 5 steps, you will be well on your way to becoming a past life regression therapist. Donna Alice here, hypnotherapist, Reiki master, and all-around holistic witch. I love making videos about holistic healing and spirituality. Step 1, research and learn the basics. Everything starts with research, right? Everything really starts with a thought and then research. So you've already come up with the thought that you want to become a past life regression therapist. Along with the research, I will come up with your reason for wanting to become one. For me, I had a profound experience when I received hypnotherapy. I gained clarity on patterns that started even before this life and learned how to apply this new information in a way that could positively affect this life. It's one of the reasons that I began my journey in helping others learn about holistic health and finding a way to take charge of their own health and along with that, their own lives. But for everybody, the reason is different. You'll want to dive deep into understanding past life regression therapy, how it works, why people use it, why people might want it to start with, and any misconceptions that go along with that. When some people hear the word hypnosis, many might think of someone walking across the stage clucking like a chicken. You'll want to learn what it is, its history, and the impact it can have on other people's lives, as well as your own. Past life regression is a type of hypnotherapy that helps people recall memories from past lives, often bringing insight, healing, and a deep connection to their soul's individual journey. Becoming a past life regression therapist allows you to guide people through profound healing experiences that can transform their lives. With these 5 steps, you will be well on your way to becoming a past life regression therapist faster than you could imagine. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos like this one. You may even want to try an introductory course online or in person. You may want to attend workshops, seminars, really get a broad picture of the hypnotherapy community and with that, the past life regression therapy community, as there are many of us that practice this type of hypnotherapy. Why? Because it can provide deep healing and insight for those that we work with. I have learned so much from other past life regression therapists, not only in person, but through books and online. Dolores is one of the most famous past life regression therapists that I have studied. And I did that by watching online seminars, trying out her past life regression meditations, and even between life and future life meditations. But those will come later down the road. Michael Sealey's work gave me a great amount of insight and comfort in times of grieving, understanding others' journeys between lives, having lived past lives, those that have shared information that they experienced between lives. It renewed my faith that there was something beyond this physical world. And that was amazing for me at that time, and it still is. Reading books, listening to audiobooks, watching past interviews. These are all ways that I have learned, as well as online courses. I would highly recommend any of the books by Dolores and Michael Sealey. However, there are a few that really have stood out for me. Ones that really brought me deep comfort in hard times. I read the Nostradamus series at the beginning of such a time of change for us. And I really needed something to, again, restore my faith of my place in this universe and in my own journey. Nostradamus, Between Lives, and Keepers of the Garden are absolutely my favorite books on past life regression. They not only delve into past lives on Earth, but also those on other planets and different dimensions. All worth exploring if you are wanting to work with others, as we never know where one of their past lives was or when. Secret Time. 2 of mine were in other dimensions. And one of them was in ancient times, and it gave me a lot of clarity about my family in this life. I would recommend doing self-practice with another hypnotherapist or with online meditations. This step is very important as it will let you know if you are really called to this line of work. If you're looking for somewhere to begin, go ahead and check out last week's past life regression meditation, where we begin with a full body scan, relaxing yourself from the outside in. a practice that can not only bring deep relaxation, but at times also physical pain relief. This video will be linked in the description box below, as well as at the end of the video, so no need to write it down. That way, you can begin your journey right after this video. How cool is that? Step 2. The next step is to get trained in hypnotherapy. While it might feel tempting to jump right into past life regression training, a solid background in hypnotherapy is crucial. Hypnosis is the main tool used in past life regression. So understanding the principles, techniques, and ethics of hypnotherapy will help you feel confident guiding others. Look for a reputable certification course that fits your needs and your values. This may mean a focus on professionalism, safety, or more of a spiritual understanding, or maybe more of a scientific understanding, depending on your style and beliefs. Online and in-person courses are available. I took so many online courses because in-person was not available. It worked out great for me because I also had small children at home, and being able to go to an in-person course that might have been vigorous, 4 hours, 8 hours in person, was not a possibility for me. However, studying at my own pace while the kids were sleeping, taking naps, or with their father was more attainable to me. So do what feels right for you. And don't let anybody bully you around into the type of course you need to take. Some people will tell you courses that cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars are better than a course that costs $10 or $20. To me, the course that's sustainable for you is going to be the best for you. Do your research and make your decision. Find what works best for your schedule and your budget. There are online platforms such as Udemy, Skillshare, and even Teachable that make these courses highly accessible to almost anyone. Step number 3. Specialize in past life regression techniques. Before, we talked about getting a foundation in hypnotherapy on a whole, but once you feel that you've attained that, it could be time to move on to more advanced techniques. You may want to try things such as hypnotherapy for trauma. That is going to be a little bit deeper than a hypnotherapy for relaxation. And same thing with past life regression. It can bring up trauma from this life and others. So you really want to have a good understanding of how to manage the interactions with your clients whenever things like that may come up. And even past that, as we spoke a little bit before about, is going to be things like between life hypnotherapy and future life hypnotherapy. Seek out specific classes and workshops that teach techniques of past life regression therapy. These classes are going to focus on techniques that assist clients in remembering past lives, in recalling past life memories, understand the symbolism of these memories, and process their experiences. The more specialized your training, the better equipped you'll be to handling unique situations and guiding your clients safely. Number 4. Practice with family and friends. As a hairstylist of 20 years, one of the first things I did was give away a lot of haircuts. And as a past life regression therapist or a hypnotherapist, you're going to have to do the same. You're going to need to do practice rounds, and who better to do them with than your family and friends, who will probably be more forgiving than a paying customer. Practice is essential to gaining experience and confidence. So begin with friends, family, and volunteer clients. Most people volunteering aren't going to give you a hard time if you stumble a little bit along the way in your first session with them. This will help you to refine your approach. Work through challenges and learn to stay calm in various situations. As you learn what works best for you, take notes and learn from each session. Pretty much all of life is a learning experience, and I learned that from Dolores Cannon. Practicing with different people helps you to learn how diverse each experience can and probably will be. Always debrief your practice to understand areas for improvement. Number 5, start building your practice and client base. I'm not going to lie, this is probably the hardest step, especially if you're not surrounded by people that are into the witchy world and into holistic health experiences. Set up a simple website. It doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune. I developed my website completely for free. The only thing I paid for was my domain name because I wanted something that sounded more professional. But I believe that you can probably start a website without paying anything if you just include the domain name with their little name on the tab. tag, and that works fine too, especially in the beginning. The next thing you may want to do is set up your social pages for more of a professional look. If you don't have socials, it might be a time to look into them. However, that's not right for everyone. Some people might prefer more in-person approaches, such as attending workshops and seminars and networking with other hypnotherapists in person. So if social media and online isn't right for you, I don't want you to think that you have to go that route, because social media can be stressful and a whole job in itself. However, you are going to need some way to market yourself. Building trust is key. So you are going to want to encourage feedback and create content that demonstrates your abilities and your style as a hypnotherapist. You may want to consider offering free consultations and possibly discounted sessions in the beginning. Word of mouth and testimonials are very powerful with this type of work. When someone hears someone else's experience that is deeply healing or really fun, depending on your experience, they're more likely to move forward with that therapist because they know that they have already worked with someone that they know and it worked well for them. Networking with other healers and practitioners can help you to grow your clientele. You can hear what types of mistakes they made in the beginning. You might learn about upcoming seminars and workshops. I do a lot of holistic health fairs and metaphysical fairs, psychic fairs, things in that realm. I get to meet people. We interact in ways such as card readings and Reiki energy healing. However, I also get to network with them and talk about hypnotherapy in ways that they could receive that type of healing in the future. With these 5 steps, you will be well on your way to becoming a past life regression therapist faster than you could imagine. Remember, this journey takes patience, empathy, and dedication. Nothing happens overnight, but it can happen faster for you by following these 5 steps that you learned today with me. Each step will help you grow into a more compassionate and skilled practitioner. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in more videos on past life regression and holistic healing, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as a new video comes out. Please leave a comment below with any questions or personal experiences with past life regression therapy. You guys are what keeps this channel running, and when you tell me what you need, I can deliver it to you week by week. Thank you so much for joining.